Of your child's elementary education. For those of you who have already been through this phase with older children, you know what awaits. For those of you for whom your grade 5 child is the eldest or the only, this is a unique moment as the unfamiliar beckons. As the grade 5s become grade 6s and enter their middle school programme, either here at UNIS or elsewhere in the world, they're embarking upon their teenage years. Often a hugely interesting time for everyone in the family. These young people, as you are well aware already, have minds of their own and are ready to make a difference in the world. They may only be 11 or 12 years of age, but they are more than ready to move on to the next adventure in their lives. So I would like to share with you, the parents, my favourite poem about children, written by Khalil Gibran, which has a salutary message which I believe is timeless. Your children are not your children. They are the sons and daughters of life's longing for itself. They come through you, but not from you. And though they are with you, yet they belong not to you. You may give them your love, but not your thoughts, for they have their own thoughts. You may house their bodies, but not their souls, for their souls dwell in the house of tomorrow, which you cannot visit, not even in your dreams. You may strive to be like them, but seek not to make them like you. For life goes not backward, nor tarries with yesterday. You are the bows from which your children, as living arrows, are sent forth. The archer sees the mark upon the path of the infinite, and he bends you with his might, that his arrows may go swift and far. Let your bending in the archer's hand be for gladness, for even as he loves the arrow that flies, so he loves also the bow that is stable. And now, the students. Grade 5 students, I'm so proud of you. The elementary school has just a day and a half left to enjoy having you as its top grade ambassadors and student leaders. As a cohort, you have offered fine examples in terms of learning, social skills and behaviour. You've been instrumental in the peer helpers group. You've led the elementary school student council strongly and confidently. You've been the first ever grade 5s at UNIS to be student leaders, helping in places such as the canteen, the office, the nurse's room. And you've been founding members of the first ever elementary school geek squad, which drew enormous praise and admiration from our visiting tech auditor recently. You have emceed key events such as festive fundraiser and other service learning activities and assemblies. And you took part in the first ever auditioned elementary school play, Germs, this year. We had our first elementary school students selected to play with the middle school, high school band, and many of you have performed at a very high standard musically within the school this year. You wowed us with your knowledge and passion at the exhibition, and prompted the UN resident coordinator to make special mention of our grade 5 students who interviewed her for their exhibition during the grade 12 graduation ceremony. So impressed was she with the level of compassion and understanding shown by those students who represented all of you. You are certainly leaving a legacy of a very high standard for next year's grade 5s to live up to. So today's ceremony holds an element of sadness and nostalgia perhaps for the adults, as we inevitably have to let you move on to your next challenges in life. And while some of you will also feel a certain sadness, that's normal, there's also a huge element of excitement. You have your whole lives ahead of you, and you can and will make a positive difference wherever you go. I'd like to finish with the opening and closing lines of a wonderfully humorous and now quite famous graduation speech from the inimitable Dr. Seuss, who wrote his book, Oh, the Places You'll Go, to address the great balancing act of life itself, with all its ups and downs, whilst encouraging us to find the success that lies within us. If you don't know the book, I urge you to read it, adults and children alike. Oh, the places you'll go. Congratulations, today's your day. You're off to great places. You're off and away. You have brains in your head. You have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself any direction you choose. You're on your own, and you know what you know, and you are the guide who'll decide where to go. You'll look up and down streets, look them over with care. About some you'll say, I don't choose to go there. With your head full of brains and your shoes full of feet, you're too smart to go down any not-so-good street. And you may not find any you'll want to go down. In that case, of course, you'll head straight out of town. It's opener out there in the wide open air. Out there, things can happen, and frequently do, to people as brainy and footsy as you. And when things start to happen, don't worry, don't stew. Just go right along. You'll start happening too. Oh, the places you'll go. You'll get mixed up, of course, as you already know. You'll get mixed up with many strange birds as you go. So be sure when you step with care and great tact. And remember that life's a great balancing act. Just never forget to be dexterous and deft, and never mix up your right foot with left. And will you succeed? Yes, you will indeed. 98.75% guaranteed. Kid, you'll move mountains. So be your name Buxbaum or Bixby or Bray or Mordecai Ali Van Allen O'Shea, you're off to great places. Today is your day. Your mountain is waiting, so get on your way.
Students and teachers, this is a special moment in our lives. We are moving up from elementary school to middle school. Independence is a part of growing up. We have all gone through different stages of independence, starting to walk, our first sleepovers, and growing responsibility at school and at home. Soon we will all move on to a new school adventure and encounter new obstacles and achievements in middle school. I think elementary were our time to learn the basics like math, reading, and writing. When I first started elementary school, I was an EAL student. I remember how much my parents helped me learn to read and write. Without the help of my teachers and family, I would have been stuck like that forever. Now I speak fluent English and need to work on my German. As adults, we will have to work to provide for ourselves and our future families. We will have to get things done on our own, decide on our own in the world, with no one holding our hand or looking over our shoulders.